All right, number 4, we're going to do the same thing that we did on number 3. So we're going to find all the zeros. We're going to list the multiplicity. So again, just to kind of speed this up, and it was still long, even using technology. But I'm going to try to find out where these zeros are. Now, with this could be done by hand. You could try to do factor by grouping and see if that works. But again, just to speed up the process, because we want you to be able to find the zeros, we're going to graph it. Okay, so I'm going to go to y equal. I'm going to clear out what we have. And we're going to do x to the third minus 13x squared plus 36x plus 50. I'm going to graph this. Now, since I changed my window a while ago, it's still zoomed all the way in. So I'm going to go to zoom, and I'm going to go to 6 for standard. Gives me my normal window. And I can see that it crosses one time, and it looked like it was at -1, and then the other one is up here floating in space. Okay, so we'll have some irrational zeros. So we're going to try -1, and then we'll have a regular quadratic function, and then from there we'll try to factor or do quadratic formula, whatever we need. Okay, so we have x cubed minus 13x squared plus 36x, and then plus 50. Now, I'm going to list the coefficients since we have all our terms. So 1, -13, 36, and 50. And it looked like -1 worked from the graph. That was one of the zeros. Bring the first term straight down. Multiply. -1 times 1 is -1. Combine, we get -14. -1 times -14 is a positive 14. Combine, we get 50. -1 times 50 is -50. And combine these, we get 0. So that is a 0. And from there, we had a cube. This is now an x squared term. So my first term is x squared, 1x squared minus 14x plus 50. Just kind of count down in order, 2, 1, 0. So this is my resulting polynomial. I can already tell you that this is not going to factor, so we're going to have to use quadratic formula to find those zeros. So we do know 1 0 was -1. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that here in my box. And then from here we're going to do quadratic formula. So we're going to do negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2 times a. So we're just going to plug in these numbers where they go. Remember, the front term is a in front of the x squared, middle term is b, constant term is c. So we're just going to plug in the numbers to their respective spots and then solve. So b is -14. When I plug a negative into a negative, it becomes positive. So we have 14 positive plus or minus square root. This is -14 squared minus 4 times a, understood to be a 1, and times c, which is 50, all divided by 2 times a, which is 1. Okay, so under the square root, I'm going to combine all that together, but we'll just compute it with the calculator. So I'm going to do second square root, clear out what I got. I don't even need to do square root. I'm just going to do what's underneath the square root. So parentheses, -14 squared, and then minus 4 times 1 times 5, 50. I can write my 0 down. This is 50. Okay. And this will give me -4. Okay, so we have 14 plus or minus the square root of -4, all divided by 2. Okay, when we simplify this, this becomes imaginary, and the square root of 4 is 2. So we end up with 14 plus or minus 2i all divided by 2. Now, since both of these terms are divided by 2, we can divide by 2. And this will leave us with 7 plus or minus I. Divide by 2, you get 7. Divide by 2, you just get I. So 7 plus I is a 0. And 7 minus I is the other 0. So those are the other two terms that we're going to list for our zeros. So 7 plus I, comma 7 minus I.